All right, in this first lesson here on section 2.4, we are going to look at finding equations of lines from a graph. Okay, so in this case, the easiest way to find an equation from of a line from a graph would hopefully to be able to get it in y equals mx plus b form. In order to do that, we would need to know the slope and we would need to know the y-intercept. Okay, in this particular graph, I can see right here that the y-intercept is at 3. So this tells me right here that my b is 3. And then my slope is my rise over run. So you want to find 2 points that the graph goes through and kind of count what's happening. So I can see that the graph goes through this little corner right here. I want to make sure it goes through a corner. It also goes through this corner right here. I know that this is positive slope. Just in case you can't remember, slope goes like this. This is positive. This direction is negative. Straight across has a slope of 0, and straight up and down has a slope that's undefined. Okay, this I can see has positive slope in this line, and I'm going to count my rise, which is my up-down change, over my run, which is my right-left. So my rise would be 1, 2, 3. So I have a rise of 3, and I have a run of 2. Okay, rise over run, slope is always rise over run, so my slope in this case would be 3 halves, and it's definitely positive. So I can just make an equation real quickly for this. Y equals my slope is positive 3 halves x, and my y-intercept is a positive 3. So there's that. I could also write this in function notation. Instead of putting a y, I could write it in function notation like that, and it means the same thing. Okay. Next, if I wanted to get this one into y equals mx plus b, I have a little bit of a tricky problem. I can find its slope, no problem, but I can't quite exactly tell what that y-intercept point is right there. I would be guessing by doing it. Some people might call it 1/2, but unless you know it's exactly 1/2, you can't just guess, okay? So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find its slope. So I'm going to find 2 points where the line goes through a perfect corner. So one of them I would say would be right here, and the other one looks like it's right there. And I can see this as negative slope, and again I'll do rise over run. So my rise means it falls 1, and my run, it's moving to the right, so it's positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my slope would be -1/7. Okay, I can see that this coordinate right here is the point -3, 3, and this coordinate is the point 4, 2. And so since I don't know exactly what my y-intercept is, the other equation that I can use is the y minus y1 equation, because I do know one coordinate and I do know the slope. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then switch it to y equals mx plus b form. Okay, I can choose to use either coordinate you want. It makes absolutely no difference. I'm going to choose to use this coordinate, and I'll call that my x1 and my y1. And so I have y minus 3 equals my slope, which is -1/7, times x minus -3, which becomes a positive 3. Okay, and then of course if you distribute that -1/7 through, -1/7 times x is -1/7 x, and -1/7 times 3 is -3/7. And then we need to add this 3 over. And you can go ahead and do that on your calculator, or if you want to get common denominators off to the side, you can do that as well. And when you do that off to the side, -3/7, I'll do this off to the side. -3/7 plus 3. This is 3 over 1. So I'm going to multiply this by 7 and make this be 21 over 7. And -3 plus 21 gives me 18/7. So this would be 18/7 here. Okay, and again, of course, you can write this in function notation as well, like this. Okay. This is a vertical line. And remember, vertical lines have certain types of equations. And if you can't remember, just think about what's being held constant. So this, for instance, is the point 2, 0. This is the point 2, 2. This is the point 2, negative 4. Okay? Hopefully you can see that every single one of these x values, no matter where you are on the line, is 2. So this has an equation, x equals 2, because it's a vertical line. Vertical lines are not functions, so I actually can't write this in function notation because vertical lines don't pass the vertical line test. Because if I were to draw my vertical line right here, it would cross the line in infinitely many spots, not just one spot, and so it is not a function.